Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Everybody subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below. Charleston White got hit up, guys. Charleston White got hit up. He was in Dallas. Let me get right into it, guys. Let me know where you guys are from. If you're Charleston White fans, let me know down in the comment section. And let's get right into this. So basically, the news is coming out, the details. We just spoke to the dancer. And what she's saying is that in the middle of her routine, Charleston White went to adjust himself, and he accidentally popped himself in the leg 2 times. Now, they had to rush him out. His security guard, big homie Kevo, came and picked him up with his 2 arms and literally carried Charleston White out. And they had to go out the back and exit through the kitchen and basically into a Tahoe, where they quickly left and got onto the highway to go to the nearest medical center so that Charleston White could get treated, put pressure on it. And they were last seen leaving and putting a T-shirt wrapping around Charleston White's leg, and that's how you know he got hit up in the leg. He basically was on the ground at first when you heard 2 loud bangs, and everybody in the club was turning around and looking. And then the dancer girl kind of screamed, and you knew that it was in Charleston White's section. So the next thing that happened is that the security ran right up to Charleston White, and they saw him leaking on the ground, and you could see through his jeans that it was a stain and it was wet, like liquid. And so next thing that happened is Charleston White is rolling on the ground. He's like, get me up. We got to go. So he picks big homie Kevo, his security guard, picks Charleston White up, and he runs as fast as he can down. Now, he's a big dude, so he could carry Charleston White. And everybody knows Charleston White is like a scrawny, lightweight dude. And so he has a lot of baggy clothing. And so the strap that he had on him, his holster, he might not have had that, so it adjusted. His holster was not with him. And so he wasn't properly doing the safety things, and that's allegedly. Now, the details are saying that, that he was wearing maybe something loose, and, he hasn't been using his strap a lot. He's been using the pepper spray, and so his training might have got a little bit rusty, and so he might not have popped out with the correct holster, and then that caused the situation to where when he went into the dance club and, the lady was doing her routine, the mans couldn't handle what was going on. She was too thick, and basically he had to go and adjust himself, and the strap moved in an irregular position that caused it to fire 2 shots and 2 rounds into his own legs, guys. This was a self-inflicted wound. This was not anybody running up on him. I know that we have a lot of crazy news going on nowadays about, rappers and bloggers and this and that. But at the end of the day, guys, this was Charleston White's own mistake. And the things that he went wrong with was that basically he should have had his strap on the side instead of in the front. And at the end of the day, he had it on the front hip instead of on the side hip. And basically what you got to do is always have some type of holster to where it is secured to where you got to reach in to grab it. And so we don't know what he was doing, if he's seen somebody, or if he was really if it was about to fall down his leg or anything like that. But at the end of the day, that's something that you can't have go wrong, because if he didn't hit himself and he hit the girl or he hit somebody else, this would be a bad situation for Charleston White, because due to the fact that he's already on papers. And so now we don't know, he already did a lot of time, guys. I think he did 20 years or something like that. We don't I don't know the exact number, but drop it down below in the comment section if you know, if you're a Charleston White statistics expert. And so basically, we don't know if he's going to get in trouble from this due to the fact that he actually got hit, caused a scene, discharging of a firearm. I mean, what do you think? Inside of a club, that's going to be something, right? And the business now is I think they stayed open or whatnot. They're going to probably, they're probably not happy with the fact that he got into the place with it. And that's a malfunction of the security protocol. You got to understand that they have metal detectors, and they wanded every single person down. How did Charleston White get through it? Because they went through the back. The same way they got out is the same way they got in. And so anybody that knows anything about, people who have a big name, and so now they go through the back door like they're Jay-Z or something, right? And basically they don't have to check into the security in the front, so they can have whoever knows what, right? It's the same thing that goes with how rappers have their entourage go through the backstage whenever they pull up. And so that way they can have a Draco on them or something on them, or they can bring in the the Zaza, or they could bring in a bottle of liquor, a bottle of Hennessy without having to get searched at the security, right? So you see what I'm saying? And so the fact that he was able to get into a venue that normally wouldn't allow to have the straps. I mean, this is Dallas, Texas, though, so he probably was allowed to have everything in it. You know, he probably had his things tucked and concealed, and he probably had his permit and his card on him and everything. But at the end of the day, the issue must have been with the fact that he might not have had the right holster, or the fact that he could have been too tipsy. A lot of rumors are going around saying that he was drinking something. He has this strong drink that he has made that he's about to be selling, and he got into some deal with, right, with a drink company. And so he might have been off of that, who knows, but he could have been just a little messed up and kind of been, you know, who knows, accidentally moved something and thought he was grabbing the handle and accidentally with his pinky or something. But at the end of the day, guys, it's like it could be dark in the place, and it was a total accident. Like, he didn't do this on purpose. And so you just guys have to just to remember to be safe, and now to learn from this lesson, to where if you ever end up in a club and something like that, you got to move extra careful. You can't just be adjusting all over the place and not being able to sit in the same position still. First of all, you can't blow your cover and let everybody know you got it on you like that by hitting yourself in the leg. I mean, that's one thing. You can't, and he must have had one in the chamber, one in the head or something like that. So you know how Charleston White is. He's a lot of people probably looking for him, looking after him, because of the fact that, you know, he shows his face and he's actually like saying a lot more crazier things than most bloggers, and he stands on a lot of stuff, and he's literally calls out and gets into arguments with leaders of certain groups and all that stuff, right? And that's why he has to carry one in the head and walk around with it with no safety on, and basically have it in a janky holster where he has to be able to access it very quick. And so when you got pressure on you like that, and you moving like that in the streets, and you got to be on the road traveling, going here and going there, because his main source of income is getting through with interviews, right? And it's not like he could, I mean, he does his lives and all that, but he says not all of his pages be making the bread. So the fact that he's traveling on the road, he could get caught up, especially when he's going to clubs and this and that. You've seen what happened to PNB Rock. You've seen what happened to Trouble. You've seen what happened to all these people, right? And so now it's like Charleston White is moving around so crazy, like trigger happy to make sure like nobody gets him, and he got his pepper spray and whatever on him. It's like, dang, now that he fidgeted and twitched and accidentally hit himself. And so you got to understand that the paranoia has to play a part into it too. Like, he might be paranoid to where, you know, he has to adjust it in case somebody, like, if it's not easy to get to because the lady is on him and stuff doing her dance routine, right? And so, like, that's something that you got to think about. He probably was trying to get his strap into a different position to where he could easily access it in case some type of trouble, altercations arose inside the club. But if you got to learn anything from this, guys, it's just that, you know, try not to be in a situation and try not to live the type of life where you got to be doing something like this and having to be everywhere with your stuff at all time, have a strap on you at all times. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only, you got to do it to protect yourself, but at the end of the day, you can't be fooling around and adjusting and not being aware that you got it on you and then accidentally have it pop off. That's the worst thing ever. So what y'all got to realize is that you need to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.